Good day, everyone. You are welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program, a production of RCCG Christ Church Radio with Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, the focus is on understanding dividend terminologies and dividend declared in 2024. When most quoted companies publish their full-year audited financial statements in the first year of the year, it is always accompanied by corporate actions such as an announcement of dividend payments and bonuses. Ahead of this announcement, dividend investors take positions in companies that have a history of consistent dividend payments with attractive dividend yield or return. This strategy is partly responsible for the gains recorded in the first quarter of this year. As dividend investing can be a great investment strategy, we'll explore and explain the key terms you must know. Key terms in dividend investing. 1. Declaration date. This is the date the board of directors announce the payment of a dividend. This includes the amount of the dividend and the qualification, closure, payment, and annual general meeting dates. 2. Qualification date. This is the day before the closure date. Only work day is taken into consideration. To be qualified to receive a company's dividend, investors must purchase the company's stock on or before the qualification date. On the qualification date, registrars close the register of shareholders, and only shareholders whose name appear on the register at the close of trading hours on the qualification date will receive dividends. 3. Closure date. This is the date the stock is adjusted, price adjusted for dividends or bonuses. 4. Stock price adjustment. An adjustment is made to a company's share price to reflect the dividend declared. The value of the dividend is deducted from the stock price to reflect the dividend payment. For instance, if the stock's closing price before the closure date was 10 naira and the company declared a dividend of 1 naira, the stock will open on the stock exchange on the closure date at 9 naira, 10 naira minus 1 naira. It also means the stock will trade ex-div, that is, excluding dividend. 5. Payment date. This is the date the company pays dividends to shareholders. The bank account of shareholders that have applied for e-dividend will be credited, while dividend warrants may be posted for others who have not applied for the e-dividend. You can discuss with your stockbroker to register for the e-dividend. 6. Dividend yield. The dividend yield is the dividend return based on the share price of the stock. It can also be based on the purchase price of the stock. If the stock price or purchase price is 10 naira per share and the company declares a dividend of 1 naira per share, the dividend yield is equals to 1 naira divided by 10 naira, which gives 10%. Dividend per share. Dividend per share is the amount in value that shareholders get per share held. If you have 1,000 units of a particular stock and the dividend declared is 1 naira per share, this implies you would receive a total dividend of 1,000 naira. This is subject to a 10% withholding tax, that is, net dividend received would come to 900 naira. 8. Cum div price. This is the stock price prior to the dividend markdown or prior to the closure date, that is, stock price containing dividends. 8. Ex-div price. This is the stock price after the dividend markdown or the closure date, that is, stock price excluding dividends. This also implies that you are not entitled to dividends if you buy the stock. 10. Annual general meeting. This is the date the shareholders approve the dividend recommended by the board of directors. Most times in Nigeria, it coincides with the payment date, but dividend cannot be paid before approval at the AGM. Please see the dividend declared so far in 2024 by quoted companies on the Nigerian exchange. You can also download via this link or scan the barcode to access the dividend table in soft copy. Finally, in the words of Benjamin Graham, the veteran investor, the true investor will do better if he forgets about the stock market and pays attention to his dividend return and to the operating results of his companies. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another exciting and insightful session. For questions, comments, and feedback, kindly forward to ebo.ayodeji@gmail.com or send SMS to 070-8246-3747. Stay blessed.